What's going on, everybody? Kweku here, back with another video. Tonight I wanted to introduce something that I find is beyond fascinating and like blows my mind, even though it's so simple. Obviously this comes from Microsoft, one of their smaller teams, and this project is called PowerToys. Now PowerToys is an homage to Windows 95's PowerToys. I think it's Windows 95 or Windows 98's PowerToys. And basically PowerToys brings some power user functions, some deeper power user functions to Windows. And all you do is go to their GitHub. I think it's github.com/Microsoft/PowerToys, and you can check it out for yourself. And I'm not even going to explain how to download it and use it, because chances are, if you're interested in it, you are a power user, and so you already know how to work GitHub. But without further ado, this is PowerToys. So PowerToys right here, basically down here, if I click this and you see the icon down here, it says PowerToys. And PowerToys is that kind of program. It's so simple. If I click on it, it brings up the PowerToys settings. In fact, right now, what inspired me to do this was I found an article somewhere. I'm not sure where I found it from. But I found an article somewhere that someone is trying to redesign this whole interface so that way it looks more fluent, because right now it looks pretty bare bones, simple. And yeah, so right here is PowerToys. So this is PowerToys general settings. When you first download it and you install it and everything like that, this is what you get to after you click on that icon in the corner in the tray. And so here, PowerToys settings, you have FancyZones, create window layouts to help make multitasking easy. Now let me make sure that I'm recording it correctly. Okay, so basically if I hit shift, you can hit overview for each thing, so I might actually do that in this video. If I hit shift for each thing, when I activated it, because I activated the FancyZones, it gives me a guide. You see, it gives me a guide on where everything can go. So if I click that, you see that it's perfectly aligned in the center. And then what I'll do is I'll grab off screen, I'll grab the Brave browser, and you can see that that also resized itself right there. Or if I hold shift and move it there, it also moves. Let's see what happens if I put it in the middle. It just overlaps it all together and back. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring it back to my top screen out of the way. And so that's one of the functions of PowerToys, FancyZones. Basically allows you to have zones that you set up. So here, there's FancyZone settings, and you can edit the zones. There's a lot of functions you can do with the zones. I'm not going to go through every little thing with the FancyZones, but you can change the colors of the zone highlights, and just it's a bunch of cool stuff. And if you need a demo, you can always just click the video demo or module overview, and it'll jump to the GitHub page that shows you how to do it. So you can see here, if I hit edit zones, I can change the zones to various different things, whether I want it in focus zones, whether I want it in grid priority, different things like that. And if I hit apply, it just works. So let's go back. If I change it to focus, on the other hand, then when I hit shift and then I move this around, you can see 1, 2, 3. I can move that there. And if I want to bring one of these GitHub tabs from Brave out, let me do that real quick off screen. There you go. You can see 1, 2, 3. If I want to bring it here, boom, I brought it in, and just like that, it is there. So it's pretty cool to me. I don't know why it's so fascinating to me, but it's pretty cool. It's things like this I wish Microsoft just did. And another thing, File Explorer. They have some features with File Explorer. Basically, it allows you so that way you can preview items, like let's say you have a PDF or whatever it is. You can preview items, and in the side you can even scroll down in PDFs. I won't show you that because it's pretty straightforward. And then they have the image resizer. Basically, when you right click on an image, let's say I want to click on the intro here. Let me bring this down. When you right click on an image like this, or this is not an image, this is a video, you see power rename, and if you click on it, you can search for, replace, and you can mass replace like properties of your files. Instead of having to do things one by one, you can just do a mass renaming of things like that, which is pretty awesome to me. And then here's another example. When I hit view and I hit the preview pane, if this was a PDF, you could see that you could scroll down, but right now it's still a simple thing because it's just a video. But that's a cool thing for me. You saw power rename, shortcut guide. Pretty straightforward. It just lets you adjust how you do the shortcuts for your PowerToys. And then we have Window Walker, an Alt-Tab based search. So basically, think of Window Walker as the Mac OS's like the Spotlight search. So I think if I hit Alt, instead of hitting Alt-Tab, I think Windows key. Is it Windows key tab? No, it's not Windows key tab. What is the button for it? Window Walker. In text-based Alt-Tab, use Control-Win to pop up. So if I hit Control and then the Windows key, you see this universal search box that pops up here. And basically that allows me, instead of it working like how Mac OS works, rather it lets you search for current processes or windows that are open. So if I want to bring in, what was that? GitHub, you can see the current things that I have open and I can bring it forward. If I click on that, it'll bring it forward. It's already up on the second screen, so you won't be able to see it. But it's just a cool thing that I feel like should have been in there in the first place. Especially how fast this stuff works. You just hit Control Windows key and it just works. And speaking of which, one thing that I had messed up on showing you guys everything, you saw it pop up probably a second ago, and that's similar to the shortcut guide. Basically, it shows a help overlay of the Windows shortcuts or when the Windows key is pressed. So this is something that even me, who I can call myself a power user of Windows, all of the Windows OSs, this is stuff that confuses me every single time, because I want to know, what is the shortcut to do this. What's the shortcut for the game bar? Now I know the game bar is Windows key G, and then it pops up the game bar. But if you want to know, all you do is just hold down the Windows key, long-term press, and right there, see, when you let go, it goes away. Just hold it down, keep it held down, and then right there, you can just see exactly what everything does. So if you want to do, I bet you did not know that you could press Windows key 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on to change which task you're currently running, what shows in front. I didn't even know you could do that, and I realized that is in fact a function. So if I want to hit Windows key 1, my File Explorer will show up. Windows key 1 twice lets me switch tabs of the File Explorer. Hold down the Windows key. If I want to have, if I want to have the Action Center pop up, Action Center pops up because I hit Windows key A, and I didn't know that was the shortcut, but that in fact is the shortcut for the Action Center. You're looking for settings, Windows key I, and it just tells you what everything is. It's so straightforward. I don't know why it's not in Windows in the first place. This is something that shouldn't be a PowerToys. It should just be part of Windows, because sometimes it's like I'm trying to show my mom, but this is where the settings are located, things like that. Just click the settings icon. She doesn't know what it looks like, even though it's a gear on most things. I could just tell her, I think it's Windows key, and I don't remember. So I just tell her, hold down the Windows key, and you'll find out. Those are the kind of cool things that I like with PowerToys. Those are the kind of cool things that I want to see. And that's generally it for PowerToys. That is the most simple way I can show you that PowerToys to me just blew my mind. It's like 9:30 at night, 9:29 at night recording this, and it blew my mind. So if you guys have any questions about PowerToys, you want to see anything else from this channel, let me know. As always, my name is Kweku, and I hope you have a great day and great weekend, because this is a Friday. Take care, everybody.